Welcome back. During this trip, we'll be in search of Nevada State historical markers, numbers 51 through 55. Here we find ourselves 163 miles away from marker number 50 and only 40 miles north of Ely. Along US 93 at a park and ride is where we'll find our next marker. Marker number 51, Schellbourne. Schellbourne. Schellbourne was a mail station and town located approximately 4 miles east of this marker in Stage Canyon, nestled in Shell Creek mountain range. The Pony Express established a mail station and corral there in 1860, providing mail service to the region until 1861, when the Overland Stage Company took over the route. A small military post known as Fort Schellbourne joined the station until 1862, protecting the stage line during the conflicts between the whites and the Nui, Goshoot, and Western Shoshone Indians. Prospectors discovered silver ore in the mountains immediately to the east of Schellbourne in the early 1870s and created the Aurum Mining District in 1871. An active mining camp developed with a population of over 500 people. By 1885, the ore had been mostly depleted, with other mining towns like Cherry Creek drawing residents away. The district and adjacent valley were acquired by Uncle Billy and Eliza Burke as a ranch and hotel. Schellbourne has subsequently operated as the headquarters for various ranches since that time. Nevada State Historical Marker, number 51. Now, if we get back on US 93 and head north for 6 miles, we will see State Route 489, Cherry Creek Road. After following State Route 489 for a little over 8 miles, we come to our next historical marker, marker number 52, Cherry Creek and Eagan Canyon. Cherry Creek and Eagan Canyon. The town of Cherry Creek before you was part of a network of mining districts that operated in the 19th and 20th centuries, including the Gold Canyon District and Eagan Canyon, 5 miles to the south. Peter Corning and John Carpenter helped start the town of Cherry Creek when they staked the Teacup gold claim in 1872, resulting in a boom and a development of a town. At the town's peak in 1882, it boasted a population of over 1,800. While production fluctuated, Cherry Creek continued to produce gold and silver ore into the 1940s. Eagan Canyon to the south was part of the 1855 route established by Howard Eagan and the Mormon Battalion, and surveyed for use in 1859 by the U.S. Army. By 1860, the Pony Express placed a change station at the west opening of the canyon. Between 1861 and 1869, Butterfield's Overland Mail and Stage established a station here that grew into a small temporary town. In 1863, soldiers from Fort Ruby discovered gold in the canyon, leading to the creation of the town of Eagan and a mining district. In 1865, there were 3 stamp mills in Eagan processing ore from the district. Like Cherry Creek to the north, Eagan boomed and busted into the 1920s before mining ceased. Nevada State Historical Marker, number 52. Now let's head south on US 93 to Ely, and then head west onto US 50 for about 36 miles. Across from the turnoff for the Illapa Creek Reservoir, we find our next marker, marker number 53, Hamilton. Hamilton. The mines of White Pine District were first established in 1865. Between 1868 and 1875, they supported many thriving towns including Hamilton, Eberhart, Treasure City, and Shermantown. These communities, now all ghost towns, are clustered 11 miles south of this point. Hamilton and its neighbors thrived as a result of a large-scale silver discoveries in 1868, experiencing one of the most intense but shortest-lived silver stampedes ever recorded. The years 1868-1869 saw some 10,000 people living in huts and caves on Treasure Hill at Mount Hamilton, at an elevation of 8,000 to 10,500 feet above sea level. Hamilton was incorporated in 1869 and became the first county seat of White Pine County that same year. It was disincorporated in 1875, and this brief span of time, a full-sized town came into bloom with a main street and all the usual businesses. A fine brick courthouse was constructed in 1870. On June 27, 1873, the main portion of town was destroyed by fire. The town never fully recovered. In 1885, another fire burned the courthouse and caused the removal of the White Pine County seat to Ely. Nevada State Historical Marker, number 53. Let's turn around and head back to Ely. Once in Ely, we will turn on US 93 south and travel 14 miles. We will come to the Ward's Charcoal Oven State Historical Site turnoff, and here we will find our next marker. Historical marker number 54, Ward Mining District. Ward Mining District, silver ore. The ghost town of Ward in the foothills of the Eagan Range lies some 8 miles west of here. Booming from 1876 until 1882, with a peak population of 1,500, Ward was somewhat of a lawless mining camp. Early killings did occur, but justice was meted out by the vigilante committee and the hanging rope. $1 million worth of silver was taken from a single chamber of the Ward mine. Yet the abandoned house was used for the first school, and no movement was ever started to build a church. The town was abandoned by the late 1880s, and new discoveries and better mining methods prompted a resurgence of activity in 1906 and again in the 1960s. Nevada State Historical Marker, number 54. From here, now we will continue south on US 93 to the town of Caliente. Located on Front Street, facing the railroad tracks, is where we will find our next marker. Marker number 55, Caliente, Culverwell's Ranch. Caliente, Culverwell's Ranch. Caliente was first settled as a ranch, furnishing hay for the mining camps of Pioche and Del Mar. In 1901, the famous Harriman-Clark right-of-way battle was ended when rancher Charles Culverwell, with the aid of a broad-gauge shotgun, allowed one railroad grade to be built through his lush meadows. Harriman and Clark had been battling 11 years, building side-by-side grades, ignoring court orders and federal marshals. The population boom began with an influx of railroad workers, most of them immigrants from Austria, Japan, and the Ottoman Empire. A tent city was settled in August 1903. With the completion of the Los Angeles, San Pedro, and Salt Lake Railroad in 1905, Caliente became a division point. Beginning in 1906, the Caliente and Pioche Railroad, now the Union Pacific, was built between Pioche and the main line at Caliente. The large Mission Revival-style depot was built in 1923, serving as a civic center as well as a hotel. Nevada State Historical Marker, number 55.